going to be talking about being a wife, being a mother, and also having a full-time career. And for me, this is like life, okay? Because I am a mother of two, I am a wife to my wonderful husband, and then I also am a store manager, and I also do hair on the weekend. So I have a full time slash and part time job. So it is, it's one of those things where you have to balance everything almost. You kind of have to have a schedule, and then even then, you have to schedule for your schedule, and then you have to just sometimes go with the flow. I do a lot of going with the flow. I'm not even going to play. I do a lot of going with the flow. Just because if you talk to any of my family members, they will tell you change your mind a lot. I know that. Things just happen. I change my mind a lot, and I have to move some things around because things just happen in life. So, let's just dive right in. Okay, so first things, I am a mother to two children, boy and girl. Ages are 9 and 5. And if I had known that my second child was going to be the worst, woo, Lord have mercy. No, I love both my children, but my second child is the worst. I'm not even gonna play with y'all about that. She is a hot mess, and all of y'all know little baby. She is a hot mess. Okay, she keeps me on my toes. CJ, he is very, very, very sweet. He's just like me. He's not very loud. Most people will say that he's a little smart butt, but he is. He's just very smart, okay, guys? He doesn't mean to be a smart butt. He's just very smart, and he likes to speak his mind sometimes. But all in all, they're both really good kids, but they have their own full-time schedule. Not right now due to COVID. They don't have like a sports schedule, but they have school, and then they go to their sitters, and then they come home and they have homework, and then Ariel does have gym on Fridays, so that's kind of a part of her sports, which is new to us. She just started about a month or two ago, but I have to get up in the morning, get them to school, make sure they have all the things they need, a snack or whatever it is they have to have for school, and so I have to keep all that in line. And then once I drop them off at school, I still have to get myself ready to go to work, or I have got myself ready while getting them ready to go to work. And then I still, have to spend my day at work with my my team there. And then, of course, all in all, I have a husband who I, have to balance that attention between my children and him. To make sure that, you don't drop the ball anywhere. And then sometimes you still drop the ball. So let's just talk about parenting a little bit. I'm a young parent. I am 29, and so I parent very differently from some people. So if you guys have any, tips for me, or any type of advice, you want to give me, hey, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Just comment below and let me know. But so parenting a boy is very different from parenting a girl, and I learned that along the way. I used to baby CJ a lot when he was growing up, just because he was by himself and it was easy. I kind of spoiled him, and my mom both really spoiled him. And so now that I have Ariel, because she's my second child, I don't really do the same with her. I don't really baby her as much. She is a little bit more independent than CJ was at her age. And that kind of comes, I think, with just being a girl. Naturally, I feel like girls are just more mature, and they kind of take on like a nurturing role, I think. She kind of just is the boss around the house. She tells CJ what to do most of the time, and I think that some of y'all know that. But parenting CJ is a ball of fun. He is super sweet. He's super humble. But then he's also all boy, and he gets into stuff, and it makes no sense to me. I'm like, why you want to jump off my couch? But whatever. That's a boy thing. And so balancing parenting them is even a job sometimes, because I can't parent them both the same, because both my children are very different. I try not to, if one's doing something, I try not to fuss at the other one for it, even though I feel like CJ, as the oldest, is responsible for his little sister. And we could talk about that too. My mom always made sure that my older siblings were responsible for me. So if we got into some stuff, my oldest siblings pretty much got in trouble first, and then it trickled down. And there was a lot of times when if I did something, they probably got a whooping for it. So I sometimes do get onto CJ like that, but I try not to, make them be the same. Of course, one's a boy, one's a girl, but, I do have to parent them a little bit different, and just certain things with that. So then, just, kind of moving on, I'm a wife now. I have been married for 3 full years, going on to my 4th year of marriage. And so juggling my relationship with Chris and making sure that I give him attention, and balance that, and just making sure that we're good, it can be hard sometimes, especially with our work schedules. So like where he works like a 2-week shift of days and then a 2-week shift of nights. And so some weeks, for like 2 weeks, we are in passing. And I don't even see him sometimes, other than just like waking up. Because once I am getting up to go to work, in the morning time, he's still sleeping. And then when I get off, he's already at work. He goes to work, while I'm still at work, unless it's an off day. So balancing that, finding time to spend time with him and make sure that we spend just quality time and then spend family time, that can get hard at times. I think that we do an okay job at balancing that. I wouldn't say it's perfect, because I wouldn't say anything in my life is perfect. Okay? I don't want to say it's perfect. I would say it's good. I would say it's okay. But, that can get hard. I wouldn't say it puts a strain on our marriage, but I sometimes feel like, oh my God, like I miss my husband. I haven't seen him in like 2 days. I haven't given him a hug in like 2 days. And so I know that he feels the same way, because he will call and be like, well, haven't you called me? And I'm like, I'm at work. I'm at work. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I miss you. I miss you too. Sometimes it can get like that. And, it can be frustrating at times, and it can be sad at times, but, I get through that with prayer. I get through raising my children with prayer. I stand on my faith, to get me through most of any of the hard things that are in my life. But then, working 2 jobs, working at America's Best, which I love. I love working there. I love working with people. I love helping people. I love my team. All my girls are great. They support me 100%. I support them 100%. And so it makes it easier to go to work. It makes it it makes for a good day at work, put it that way. Usually if we have a hard day at work, it's dealing with patients or just things that are out of your control. And that is frustrating, but my team is great. So I usually can, get through a day without having, without being mad. I'm rarely ever just super, super mad. I try not to get mad. I try to have a positive attitude, but I do pray about my job. I pray about my job all the time. I pray for all my coworkers, and I definitely know that is the reason why I don't have any issues at work, where I just feel like, oh, I hate going to work. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I never really have that day. Um, you know, if I do, it's something really going on. You know what I'm saying? But I rarely have days like that where I just don't want to go to work and I'm just aggravated. But I try to pray about things so that I don't feel that way. Because your negative energy be rubbing off on people. It be rubbing off on people, okay? But and then also I work at the salon on Sundays, so I'll go to church in the morning, and I help my uncle at our church, RCC. Shout out to my family. And I help out there, and usually once I'm done there, I shoot over to the salon, and I am with my clients, which give me so much joy because it's a really good feeling when someone feels good after they get their hair done. We know it feels good to get your hair done. You don't want to be walking around looking crazy, and then when you do have to walk around looking crazy and you finally get your hair done, woo! It's like icing. That's what I would say. It's like icing on a cake, okay? You feel great. And I love that feeling. I love when my clients feel good after getting their hair done, getting their hair cut or shampooed, whatever it is they come in for, and I do for them. I just love the feeling after that, when they're thankful and they have a smile on their face when they're leaving out. So I just wanted to share a little bit of what my day-to-day is like. And juggling, being a mother, a wife, and a career can get, it can get a little bit frustrating. And I think it's very, very important to find me time. Finding me time is going to be your best friend. It has become my best friend. What I normally do to find me time is I come on in this room, I put them kids to bed, put them to bed, and I do things like wash my face and do like a facial, like an at-home facial, or I go get my nails done at the nail salon. And my favorite thing of all time is to have dinner with my friends, either after work or on the weekend or whenever I can. I try to do that. Y'all know I like to eat. I like to eat a lot. So that is a few things that I try to do to, on my me time, to reel it back in, just so that I don't overwhelm myself. And it's very easy to become overwhelmed as a parent, as a wife, or even if you're not a wife and you're just a parent. It's very easy to become overwhelmed. Or even if you're a wife and not a parent, and juggling a career and your marriage, it can become frustrating finding that me time, finding that balance to where you are taking care of yourself so that you can take care of your relationship. I'm not a counselor by no means. These are just my opinions on things, and you guys can share with me what you think. But I really think that even as a mother and a wife and a store manager, because those are my girls, so I take care of them at work, it's very important for me to find me time. And I'm learning that most people are like, hey, like, you're working too much. Like, why are you working on the weekend at the salon and at the store 6 days a week? Like, you better slow down. And I'm like, no, like, I'm in it to win it. And then, like, you got to make sure you don't go overwhelmed and find time for yourself. And I'm finding that balance. I like to just do things like wash my face and drink some orange juice, or I'll be having my wine sometimes. Okay, hence the shirt. But I think it's very important to find that time to have me time so that you don't become overwhelmed. So I want you guys, all my mommies, all my wives, all my friends that have careers, I want you guys to comment below. Tell me what you do to have that me time, or to reel it in and help yourself not to get overwhelmed. You can just comment below. Let me know what you think. and or, you know, if you want to be on the next show and you want to discuss it with me, we can work something out so you can be on the show with me. I just want to hear from you guys, see what you think. Give me your tips, give me your tricks, you know, let me know what you're doing to keep it all gorgeous and glamorous over there, okay? All right, well, that has been my episode of being a wife, a mother, and working. So comment below and let me know what the next topic is you want to talk about. Bye, guys.